Good evening, and welcome to my Bible study. As you know, each week I like to do a little bonding time with you before we start reading our scripture. And this week, I thought we could paint together with a paint by numbers picture of a sunflower. And for those of you who don't know, sunflowers are my absolute favorite flower, so I'm pretty excited to do this painting with you. I've also never done a paint by numbers before, so bear with me. I love art. I personally work with all different kinds of mediums: pencil or charcoal, acrylic, oil paints, watercolors, markers, and I love originality. So I usually take a picture first, and then I will work with a various medium or mediums on that picture. That way I know that it's unique and no one else could possibly have the picture because I took it. But anyway, I digress. So again, I am new to painting by numbers, so we'll see how this turns out. I received this as a present, so I'm pretty excited to share it with you. And I'm not being paid or sponsored or anything to promote this art, this painting. I'm just doing it for you. It did come with the paints, obviously, and you can see that they are numbered. And then it did come with paintbrushes as well. But I have my own paintbrushes in case if we need different sizes, because these get really tiny. So I also have water and napkins. So let's get started. I am going to start with the center and just kind of work my way out. Do you think that's a good idea? Okay, let me open this. I'm going to place a napkin down so that I don't get paint on the... Okay, so starting with the first number is showing 3, and I'm just checking to see if this paintbrush will be good for this shape. And I think it's pretty pointy, so we should be okay. Get some ink on here. And let's get started. So now I'm gonna close the paint. And now let's get number 9, because this is showing a 9. And we can kind of go around just the edge. I'm not gonna get crazy, I don't think. So let me open this. Okay. Okay. I know it doesn't look like much, but we can continue at a later time. I just want this to kind of dry a little bit, and then I can keep adding layers and darkening it to get the color that I want. Let me go ahead and close the paint. And I think we can go ahead and get started on our Bible reading. So let me put this away and grab our Bible, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I went ahead and cleaned up all the artwork for now, so we can continue our readings through Exodus chapter 20, and this will be a very special chapter because it is about the 10 Commandments, so I'm pretty excited to share this chapter with you. So let's go ahead and open our Bibles to Exodus chapter 20. Alright, Exodus chapter 20, the 10 Commandments. Then God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an idol or any likeness of what is in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the water under the earth. You shall not worship them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, inflicting the punishment of the fathers on the children, on the third and the fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing favor of thousands to those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not leave him unpunished who takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. For 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is a Sabbath of the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, you or your son or your daughter, your male slave or your female slave, or your cattle, or your resident who stays with you. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and everything that is in them, and he rested on the 7th day. For that reason the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Honor your father and your mother, so that your days may be prolonged on the land which the Lord your God gives you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male slave, or his female slave, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. And all the people were watching and hearing the thunder and the lightning flashes, and the sound of the trumpet, and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it all, they trembled and stood at a distance. Then they said to Moses, "Speak to us yourself, and we will listen, but do not have God speak to us, or we will die." However, Moses said to the people, "Do not be afraid, for God has come in order to test you, and in order that the fear of him may remain with you, so that you will not sin." So the people stood at a distance while Moses approached the thick darkness where God was. Then the Lord said to Moses, "This is what you shall say to the sons of Israel. You yourselves have seen that I have spoken to you from heaven. You shall not make other gods besides me, gods of silver or gods of gold. You shall not make for yourselves. You shall make an altar of earth for me, and you shall sacrifice on it your burnt offerings, and your peace offerings, your sheep and your oxen, and every place where I cause my name to be remembered, I will come to you and bless you. And if you make an altar of stone for me, you shall not build it of cut stones, for if you wield your chisel on it, you will profane it. And you shall not go up by steps to my altar, so that your nakedness will not be exposed on it." So that concludes Exodus chapter 20, the 10 Commandments. Next week we will continue through Exodus chapter 21. And as always, please let me know if you have any prayer requests or praises that you would like to share. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed week, and be kind and gentle to others. Good night.